Hey, 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 happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. I'm a little early tonight. But it's been a long day. So I wanted to come on and chat with you for a little bit. And so I'm on this platform because I got a lot of things I need to share. And so it will also be available on my YouTube channel later as well. But yeah, so just wanted to have a little conversation tonight. So if you want to join me. You may come back and watch the replay, however that may go. Thank you for chiming in tonight. I just finished a day two of a challenge, and I tell you, we have to always continue to be lifelong learners. You have to continue to have someone that has done what you're trying to do, go where you're trying to go. They've already gone where you're trying to go, and to follow that wisdom and that instruction. And so I'm enjoying the learning experience because that's going to help me to be better in doing what it is that I do. So let me get over here and see who's coming in the room tonight, who's chiming in, and because I want to be able to say hello to you and make sure that I'm interacting with you on tonight. Definitely, if you have any questions as I am sharing on tonight, then definitely feel free to put those in the chat. Um, hey, 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 Hazel, Teresa, how y'all doing? Thank you for joining. So, these last couple of days have been amazing. Have been super amazing. And so, one of the things about when you're wanting to go to another level, you have to level up. You have to invest the time. You have to invest the resources. Talking about it is good, but taking action is where you're going to determine, you know, if it's for you, if it's not for you, and that's where the rubber meets the road. And so, and sometimes there are instances where it may not be the right time, but there are other instances where you need to make the time and figure it out. And so, as often as possible, that I have the opportunity to get into rooms, to get into spaces, to have the opportunity to listen and take, that wisdom from someone who's done what I want to do or desiring to do, then I take that opportunity to do so. And so, because it's all about growing, and you can't continue to pour out if you never get filled. And so, it's important that you get your well filled and you continue to do that on a consistent basis because it's going to help you to get to that next place. And so, there are a few things that have been going on. Of course, there's been quite a bit of travel going on, but that's been amazing. So that's been business and leisure, and so I'm excited about that. We have some other things coming up here again. It's feeling my well, and so I think last week or so when I was on, it was probably week before last because I was traveling, but I talked about mid-year. Where are you? We're in the seventh month of the year. There have been 6 months already. What is it that you have done, and are you good with the goals that you set? Have you met those goals? What were your objectives? How close have you come? What gaps do you have? Did you run into some obstacles? Do you have some risks that need mitigating? Is your vision clear? Have you gone through the process of determining that? Where are you at this point? And I think it's important on a continuous basis that we take the time to assess ourselves. As a service provider, as a business owner, I have to continue to assess myself in more ways than one because I operate in several different lanes. On any given day. So there's community involvement, there's my business, there's family, then there's ministry, and I'm functioning in different ways. And so that doesn't even count other things that are just ad hoc that come up. So you have to not only have a plan of action and a strategy for what it is that you do as a business owner, as a service provider, as an entrepreneur, whatever it is that you do, but you have to have a plan and a strategy for your life. And so one of the things that I was sharing in Las Vegas just last weekend during the empowerment retreat is that when it comes to vision and when it comes to having a plan of action, when it comes to being clear, having clarity, that's not just for business purposes. That's initially for your life. Because if you manage your life, then you can manage those other things. And it's so important to understand that the first person that you have to manage and keep track of is you. So if you can't manage you, you can't manage your time, you can't manage what you're doing, you can't manage what you have going on, it's going to be a little difficult to add something else into that fold, right? So it's important that you get the tools you need, get the resources you need, and if you don't know, then you find that information out so that you can better establish a plan of action. And so I talk about the U strategy often, and of course this course is available on it's an evergreen course, and it's available on my website. But I talk about availability. We have to determine how much time do we have to lend to what it is that we want to do and need to do. We have to determine and distinguish those things. Then we talk about accountability. You have to find someone that you can be accountable to, because if not, you'll find yourself allowing things to fall through the cracks, and then you get distracted and you miss opportunities, and you miss fulfilling those obligations and things of that nature. So it's important that you have accountability. You have to be accountable to somebody. If you're a person that you don't want to be accountable to nobody, you don't want nobody telling you nothing, you don't want nobody coaching you, you don't want nobody, then you're in trouble. Because none of us know it all. And so you have to be in a place, I just shared this in a group, you have to be teachable, you have to be coachable, and you have to be trainable. Those are things that are required if you're going to move to the next level in any area of life. It's important, and it's a must that you position yourself that way. And so then you have to have responsibility, because oftentimes, we want to do our own thing, be our own boss, but that means you have the responsibility of the whole gamut from A to Z. You got to show up. No, you're not clocking in on a physical clock, but you're clocking in. And so you got to make sure that your time counts, and that time is impactful and it's valuable. And then you have to have manageability. So these first three areas, availability, accountability, and responsibility, help you to determine the manageability, because you have to be able to manage your time in whatever segment and compartmentalize what it is that you need to do, and establish strategies and processes to help you function in those areas operationally, so that you can then be what you can have sustainability. So those are those five areas: availability, accountability, responsibility, then you have manageability, and then sustainability, because that's going to help you to sustain what you're doing, and then thereby having the ability to scale and grow whatever it is that you're doing. And so you have to constantly work on these opportunities and making sure that you're bringing people into the fold, and being prayerful, number one, that God gives you the right connections, because he'll give you the right people to give you what you need when you need it. And so those things are important, and that we are taking that time in this season to, number one, calibrate where we are. It's halfway the year, and a lot of people wait toward the end of the year, so forth and so on. I said, no, you need to do this on a regular basis. Assess where you are, what's happening, assess your finances, assess where you are with your business, assess where you are with your life, what's going on, assess your health. What adjustments, do you need to make? What kind of pivots do you need to make? So these things are important, and they're vital to you moving forward and having a healthy, mindset. And it encourages the energy for you. It gives you a different level of energy, because I think when you're clear about where you are, who you are, what you have going on, things are not all over the place. You're not stressed out, because there is order, and order breeds growth. And so I talk about that in Strategize, Organize, Maximize. So that was the first book that I wrote, helping people to really bring their vision together, the basic structure of getting your vision on paper. And so it talks about order breeding growth. And when you got order in your life, it breeds growth. When you have order in your business, it breeds growth. Because when you have a systemic process in place, it helps you to be able to do that thing over and over again, thereby improving it, thereby scaling and growing your business and going to another level. And so I am in the heart of that process, having come out of corporate about 3 years ago and doing full time in my business as opposed to part time. Well, full time looks totally different than part time, because there are certain securities you don't have. There are certain frameworks that are different, and you have to reassess and readjust as to where you are. So I'm in the thicket of how this whole process is catapulting to the next level, and I'm enjoying every minute of it, because I have the opportunity and I get to serve the people of God every day, doing what it is that I enjoy doing. Is it where I started? Absolutely not. But it is where I plan to plateau. And so I want to be able to pour in and pour out. So with that said, it's time for another masterclass that's coming up on the 23rd. So I have some new nuggets I want to share with those of you who may be struggling with your vision. It's not clear. You jotted some things down, but you didn't take time to put framework to it. You didn't structure it. One thing about vision is for an appointed time. And so until you get to that appointed time, you got to manage the revelation until you can get to manifestation. All right. So that has to be managed in between. And so as you are developing a process for managing what it is that you feel called and purposed to do, then you have to have some structure in place so that you can establish strategies to help you get to fulfillment and manifestation. Is that good? So on the 23rd, free masterclass, definitely you want to come, and anybody that you know may be struggling in that area, and they're always talking about what they want to do, but they never make it happen. They're always talking about, I want to do this, I want to do that, and I got a vision for this, I got a vision for that, but it hadn't been documented, they hadn't gotten it on paper, or they started and it's become stagnant. You want to make sure that you invite them to come to the Vision Management Masterclass. So it's going to be some really good nuggets to at least help you get on track and get you in a trajectory of the right direction so that you can get yourself to that place. Then we also have pen to paper. Pen to paper is coming up. Business Summit. I have Gen Zs that's going to be coming in with the Gen Xs, and we're gonna put some more information, and we're gonna layer it. We're gonna go deeper. We're gonna bring some more tools in to help you really build that foundation. Once you got your readers, your runners, your resources, then we're gonna talk about who needs to get what responsibility, because it matters that you have the right person in the right place at the right time doing the right thing. And so that's important. It's important, and you want people where they have passion, because if they have passion for a particular area, you will get results. All right, and so that's important, and that makes all the difference in the world. So you have to vet those processes out. So we're going to be going deep for pen to paper this year. I tell you, I got some stops that we're pulling out. We have some amazing speakers, and so our combo lounges are going to be lit this year. So it's going to be a 2-day conference this year. The Business Summit is going to be 2 days at the Embassy Suites Galleria, right in the heart of Dallas, Texas. That's November 3rd and 4th. Listen, early bird is still available until the 31st. Also, hotel accommodations are available for an amazing price. So you want to go ahead and book your room, because those will go super fast. So you want to go ahead and book your room, get that taken care of. The link is on the website. So if you just go to bridgettemoody.com, go to the events tab, all the information is there for you. You can click real quick and you can do VIP, or you can do standard registration. So VIPs, they getting close to being sold out. So if you're planning to get it all, because listen, VIPs are going to have their own session. They're going to be able to pull on all of the speakers in their VIP session. So listen, you're going to get the good of the goods. You hear me? Then we're going to have dinner at one of Dallas's 5-star restaurants during the pen to paper weekend. It's going to be amazing. And so for those of you that are coming in from out of town, you definitely want to go ahead and get your travel book, get your room, and then if you're going to stay over and worship with us at the Potter's House on that Sunday, you definitely want to chime in quickly and get those things taken care of. So listen, the vision room is going to be opening back up. I'm telling you, there's some visionaries that's working on their vision, and they're enjoying the process. We have strategies that we're working on. We have tools that we're utilizing to help people get that clarity, get it on paper, and it matters not what your situation is. You may say, Bridgette, well, I'm just struggling with getting my life together. It'll help with that too. So it's a system, and it's a proven process that works. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You could be writing a book. You could be starting a business. You could be trying to overhaul your life. You could be trying to overhaul ministry of helps in your church. You could be trying to get your staff realigned. You may want to set up a new training process. Whatever that is, this process will help you to manage it, because it's one thing to cast a vision, it's another thing to manage it to manifestation, and that's the thing that you want to get those tools in place for. So listen, I appreciate you all What about the one in October? October. Okay, October there will be. So that one's not posted, Hazel, yet, but it will be coming up. I'm waiting on some final information. There will be an empowerment conference that I will be facilitating in. There's a collaboration that I'll be doing. I did the empowerment retreat last weekend in Las Vegas, Nevada. There will be an empowerment conference in Las Vegas, Nevada on October 14th. And then it's going to be a weekend, a 2-day event, and then there'll be a brunch on that on that Sunday. So the conference is that Saturday and the brunch is that Sunday. So that information will be coming out within the next week or so. Just waiting on some final pieces of information, and Hazel, that will be posted. So if you're not able to make Dallas in November, then you may want to attend the empowerment conference that's going to be happening in Las Vegas. So that's where we are on that. If anybody has any questions, definitely drop them in the chat, and if I don't have an answer, I'll get one for you. But that's what's happening. That's what's going on in my world. And so, yes, ma'am, you're welcome. That's what's going on in my world. And listen, I am excited about it. So listen, if that's anybody you know, and of course, I have a coaching and mentoring group, and we go through we're going through an extended process of utilizing these tools and working through various things, because when you have a process to help you really get clear on your vision, once you get clarity, then you can move forward and extract strategies, but you want to get clear first. So clarity is super important, and so that's the first thing that we do, is that we get you to clarity and figure out where is it that you need to land. And so sometimes that's two different things, and you have to determine what's the priority. All right, but this masterclass is going to give you a high level overview of some of the things that we do and how that process works, and give you a little bit of a nudge, and then you can definitely determine if it's something that you feel like you want to go another level deep. So here again, those are the things that are happening. I definitely want to encourage you, don't wait, don't hesitate on pen to paper, because I'm telling you, it will not be long before VIP is sold out, for those of you who like to get the good of the land. And then and so you want to definitely make sure that you get hotel accommodations. Go ahead and get your room booked and that kind of thing. And this is what I say about accommodations. You can always cancel if something were to occur, but you want to make sure that you have and not need, rather than to need and not have. All right, so definitely get that taken care of. It's going to be an amazing time. VIP is going to enjoy some amazing things, along with I always do a gift bag as well for VIP, and who knows what else may come with that. But all that information is on the website, and then you can go to the store. You can choose VIP or standard registration, but you don't want to wait. That ends. It's my birthday month this month, and so early bird registration, those prices will be good through the 31st of July, and then beginning August 1st, those prices will increase. So you want to go ahead and get registered now, and you want to make sure that your face is in the place, because I'm telling you, pen to paper is going to take you to another level. All right. Well, listen, that's all I had tonight. I just wanted to chime in. It's been a lot going on, so I'm going to try to oftentimes I try to chime in when I'm traveling, and sometimes I get a little busy, and with these time schedules and stuff like that, it gets a little crazy. So anyway, but we got a little bit of travel going on the next couple of weeks, so I'll be in and out, but I'll be chiming in and just kind of giving you some updates as to where we are. But definitely, if you have questions of anything, or anything prick your memory or your thought process, drop it in the chat, and I'll check it out, and I'll definitely respond to you and give you a response or an answer. All right. Well, thank you so much to those of you who chimed in tonight. I normally don't do it on this platform, but I thought I would chime in tonight because it's been a minute since I've been in. The schedule's been off. And so, as always, I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate you showing up. And I'm praying that all is well with you and Godspeed for you. And definitely reassess. Take some time to recalibrate where you are. And I do this all the time, even during pen to paper. We go into a deep level of exercise so that we can determine where we are and where we're trying to go. Because if you don't ever assess it, you don't ever know how to address it. right? So it's important that we take this time to invest in ourselves and make sure that we're doing some self-awareness exercises, that we have introspection, and that we're going inward and we're really helping ourselves to go to that next level and think in a different way. All right. But y'all have a blessed night, and I look forward to seeing you next time right here, same place. It may be Tuesday, it may be Thursday, who knows? But I'll be back. All right. Y'all have a good night and have a good rest of your week. Thank you for joining. Yes, ma'am. See you in the vision room. Good night.